All right, welcome friends. We're back in the Cessna, in the Skyhawk, the 172. As promised, I said we're going to snoop around some of these cities we fly to, or these places we fly to, just to check things out and enjoy the scenery a little bit. So we're on runway 25 at Orlando Executive, where we landed yesterday. The longitude's parked over here somewhere, and we've rented this 172, and we're just going to go snoop around Orlando and see how the scenery looks. So let's go. We'll be doing all sorts of illegal stuff on this video, namely busting through Class Bravo airspace. But that's because it's a sim and we can't get in trouble for it. Airspeed's alive. 40 knots. 50. 60 knots and rotate. Woof! Boy, this thing just leaps off the ground. Try to climb at a respectable 70 knots. Looking out the right side of the airplane to see if I can see our beloved longitude. So we'll trim us to climb up to about, 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 feet maybe, something like that. I'm not bound by the real rules of the road when it comes to flying through Class B airspace and so forth. There's Orlando International, MCO, KMCO. And while I'm not bound by those rules, I will still nevertheless, at the very least, try not to fly directly over that airport, or in the alternative, in the way of any airplane on final. So we're at 1,100 feet right now. There's the view of the right seat passenger. Time to start trimming us. There's downtown Orlando, I presume. I'm looking at my ForeFlight app as I fly here, and that does appear to be downtown Orlando. 1,200 feet right now. Let's power down here a little bit on the throttle. Late afternoon. There's the airport. And there's downtown. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I've never been to Orlando. Look, I love how you can actually see cars on top of the parking structure. God, that's amazing. Never been to Orlando, so I don't know my way around. Trying to just use the ForeFlight app to help me do that. Look at the freeway. It's the shadow of our plane. It's pretty cool. Look at that. Oh, look at that. What's it say? Amway Center. Cool. Look at those buildings. Good gracious. Yeah, it looks fantastic. You can actually see words on the top of the building. Wells Fargo. That is so great. Look at this. Little church down there, I think. I tell you, if you can't get up and fly for real, or travel anyway. Oh, look at this amphitheater. This is the next best thing. I mean, does this look good or what? Look at that reflection of the sun off that lake. Wow. This looks incredible. Holy mackerel. Let's go outside. Look at that. Unreal. No cars on the freeway? Really something else. I wish I knew my way around Orlando better. I'd take you over to Disney World, but I have no idea where Disney World is. Still holding steady at about 1,200 feet. That looks good. This is Interstate 4 down here. I'm just kind of taking us around, following the freeway. It's just so awesome. Ooh, TFR ahead. That's a good sign, because the TFR is a temporary flight restriction and is probably, just like we have here at Disneyland, here in Southern California, there's a prohibition on flying over it, which we're going to promptly ignore. Just pulling up the TFR on my 4Flight app to see if I can see where that is. Aha! I do see the TFR ahead. Still flying along Interstate, what appears to be Interstate 4. Just below us. Yes, Interstate 4. Following along on the 4Flight app. That is an empty freeway, though. It's all about trade. Oh, gosh, we lost a lot of altitude. We're down to 650 feet. It's all about trade-offs, you know? I'd love to be able to have my graphics settings such that the freeway was packed with cars, but unfortunately, if I do that, performance suffers dramatically. Still trying to trim us a little bit. You do see, when you get down this low and really examine the scenery and the terrain, you do see little anomalies sometimes, like this. See what I mean? But I'm not complaining. Still hauling ass along the Interstate 4 right now. Little pool right there. It's like an apartment complex or something. Weird roofs. Very Middle Earth. Clover leaves. Look at the cars in the parking lot. $600 feet. It's too low. You're too low, champ. That's a line from the movie Airplane. Oh, check it out! What is that? Is that Universal? Oh my god, that is so cool. I'm looking over the 4Flight app. Yeah, Universal Orlando. Sweet. Nice golf course. Yeah, this is the stuff I never get to see when I'm flying the Longitude, you know? Try to maintain 1,000 feet. It's just so resistant to being trimmed. Oh, check that out. And look at the shadow of our plane. That is so slick. Look at that level of detail. Cool. The TFR, we're still flying along the freeway, but the TFR is listed as over here. Let's check this out. Yep, TFR dead ahead, about 2 o'clock. This doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to Disneyland, or Disney World, I should say. Yeah, this is it. This TFR that we're headed towards is Disney property. I have no idea what we're going to see when we get here. I'm just headed straight at it. We'd have all sorts of attention on us right now if we were doing this for real. This looks like some nice places right on the water.
Caution, TFR ahead.
Caution, TFR ahead. You know it, baby. Apopka Vinland Road. That's this one right here. This is Pocket Lake. We're flying over right here. This larger lake right here is Lake Sheen. Beyond that is Lake Tibet. Tibet, if I'm reading it correctly. Inside TFR.
Caution, inside TFR.
As I said, we'd be in big trouble if we were doing this in real life. 1,300 feet, that's fine. Where's Disney? I don't see Bupkis. What's that? Oh, I see something in the distance. Oh boy. Coming up on it. It's Bay Lake. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, we got it coming up here. Let's see, is this it? I don't know. Is this Disney World? I don't know, is it? I have no idea. Fantasyland, Transformer, Magic Kingdom. Yes, this is it. What am I looking at? It's obviously a huge parking lot, so that makes sense. This just looks like maybe it's the facilities, because this is all industrial and ugly. No. What am I missing? Oh! Oh, we literally flew right over it. Hold on. A nice left bank here. Okay. Inside TFR. This is not good, normally. Ooh, that sunlight reflection was awesome. Okay, there I believe it is. Watch. Just over here, behind the post. Check it out. I could just activate autopilot, but again, that's no fun, right? I do enough autopilot with the longitude. Okay, is this? This has got to be it. That reminds me of Space Mountain, which we have here in Disneyland. I don't know, it somehow struck me as though it would be larger. Oh look, there's like the magic or the little the castle. This is obviously the entrance. You can actually make out the Mickey Mouse bushes. You know, at the entrance there at Disneyland, Disney World, there's like a bush. Look at this. I can't zoom in on it anymore. It looks like Mickey Mouse. Unbelievable. Look at this. Wow. Disney World Orlando. Oh my God, would we have fighter jets right now if we were doing this in real life? Look at that. Almost see imaginary people milling about. There's that castle. Let's see if I can get a little view of that Mickey Mouse bushes. Oh man, the glare of the sun is awesome. See it? Look at that. Actually see Mickey Mouse's head. That is so sweet. Screenshot. Nice. All right, friends. Well, listen, I'm not going to bore you any with return flight back to Orlando Executive, but I did want to show. I think I figured out how to do this. So we're going to do direct to K. O R and then L. And then enter. Oh, activate. Ah, nuts. I promise I do know how to... I did figure this out. O R
500.
Oh, geez. You never want to hear that while you're screwing around with your... Enter. Well, we'll figure it out. I don't want to crash in the meantime. We're looking okay, though. 800 feet. I'm determined. I know how to do this. I figured it out. Aha! Enter. Push this. Scroll down. Activate. Is it working? No. Why isn't it working? Oh. Yeah, I want it on GPS. This is the less glamorous stuff. Right? Activate. What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? Enter. Aha! There, you see it worked. User to KORL, and it's telling us which direction we need to go in order to get there. See that magenta line? Alright, that's great. Okay, good. I'm glad I figured it out. I'm glad you could bear witness to me figuring it out. Not that that matters. Look at the sunlight plays across the instrument panel. It's just so gorgeous. We can actually engage the autopilot and it'll fly us to that direction. I turned off ATC for this flight. Let's just show how this works. Let's settle at 1,000 feet. Activate autopilot. 1,000. Good. And then nav, and make sure that we're in GPS mode. You see right there? And now you see what it's doing is it's turning to the right to intercept this magenta line, which we can zoom out. Oops, I'm zooming in. Zoom out will take us all the way back to the airport. Keeping in mind that I'm totally ignoring all the other rules that would normally apply in flying around this kind of airspace, which is very congested and very restricted. But you see there? See it says nav, GPS, and this center line here is moving to the left to line up as we get on the magenta line, which represents the route back to our airport. So anyway, you know the rest of the story from here, but thank you for joining us for this short, late afternoon sightseeing trip around Orlando on this lovely, lovely day. It's 5:08 p.m. We're headed back to the airport, and we're glad that you joined us on this fun little flight. Fun, illegal flight over Disney World in Orlando. Look at that building coming up. Orlando, Florida Temple, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Look at that. That white building right there. We're flying right over the Mormons. That's beautiful. Wow. I mean, to see landmarks represented with this much fidelity, it's really a commentary on how impressive this game is. Granted, I'm biased, but all right, I keep threatening to say goodbye and then I don't. Anyway, we're stable at we should be at 1,000 feet. I don't know why we're not. Our altitude's stable at 1,200 feet, but I've got it set to 1,000. How strange. Well, rather be a little too high than a little too low, right, friends? All right. There's just so much to look at. I just can't take my eyes off the windows. Another golf course. I had to land on one of those fairways, like in the movie Casino. Look at this. All right. I'll let you go. I'm going to land, but I'm going to stop the video now. Thanks for joining us.